My video started. E85 first startup. Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Hollywood. Alright, so we're leaving Power Sports in Montgomery. I hope I'm not holding my head too high. It's like just right. Had to go buy some tires. My front tire, I don't know if you can see that or not. That's pretty low. And then also my back tire is pretty low. It is a little bit wet out, but it's not completely wet out. So I just rode over here to come do this. But also, while I was out, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead, since I'm out, let me go ahead and make this video. So that's what I'm doing. I'm about to go put E85 in the bike for the first time and ride to the next filling station. Alright man, you too. That E85 startup. Oh, it actually started up pretty well. Normally, it takes a good like 2 or 3 seconds for it to start up. So that's a good thing. So with this tune, you have to actually run down your current fuel you have in the bike, and then you can put E85 in the bike. And then once you have E85 in the bike, you have to let it run or sit on idle for a good 5, I think he said like 2 to 3 minutes, but like 5 minutes to be safe. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go ahead and jump over there, get some fuel and let it sit for a little bit. It's supposed to rain in a little bit. Yeah, I am in race promo 1 just so I can burn down that fuel a little bit better, or faster rather. And then also the fueling station is just up here. The fueling station's up here. So what I'm going to do is run this down as low as possible. And that's part of the reason why they tell you to let it sit, so that way the map inside the bike can adapt to the new fuel, and you'll be good to go. Now, I just want to say, when I bought my tires earlier, I've priced out tires myself for $378 for just tires alone, but they said it was going to be like $600 some for tires for them to install it. So we'll see. Moving on to the next topic. So with this tune, if you're going to buy this tune, there's just a few things that have concerned me with uploading this tune to the bike, and I have ridden it for about 3 days now, here and there. And even though I uploaded this tune maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so I've only gotten to ride it 3 times since I've uploaded this tune. But just recently, the last time I rode it, I was gonna ride and switch fuels over that day, but I didn't have enough daylight. I didn't want to do it in the dark. I wanted to give y'all the best view and like video as possible. But you might notice every time I pull the clutch in, I'm like revving the bike, because what I've noticed is you can go, like you're riding, but you roll off the clutch, you roll off the gas, and you downshift, and then you pull in the clutch. Next thing you know, the bike just shuts off while I'm in first gear. So now I'm in the middle of the street and I'm rolling up to a stoplight or a stop sign, and I gotta restart my bike. So that's the only thing I've noticed with this tune. Other than that, I haven't really noticed a whole lot of things different. I know startup is different, like that's why they tell you to replace your spark plugs, because I guess it takes more of an ignition to ignite that fuel. I'm not entirely too sure how all that works in conjunction with each other. I just know when people use E85, the startups are funny, because when people swap over to E85, the startup is way different than pump gas. like you're not gonna be able to just roll up to your bike. Like if it used to, like if you just go up to your bike and you fucking just hit the button and it automatically starts up, nah, you ain't doing that. Not with the E85 tune. It's gonna take you a good 2 to 5 seconds for it to start up. Like I said, I don't know why. I don't know how all that works. I just know it takes more fuel, I guess, to power the motor or something. I don't know, guys. I just know it's going to give me more horsepower, more gains. And with my tires being so bald, well, I say so bald, but rather low, like lower than what people would ride on, I know my limits. And I'm not saying I know how to ride like a pro, but I've been riding for a while, and I know to take it easy with, especially with it being kind of wet out here. I am going to test it. The interstate seems to be pretty dry, which I just looked over there at it. So we're going to get on there and kind of see. I'm not going to try to do any felony speeds or anything, but we're going to see what she does. Because I've heard great things about swapping over to the E85 if you cannot afford MR12, which I can afford MR12. I just don't find it reasonable to run it every single day, because every time you run it, you can't let it sit. It's, what the fuck, buddy? With E85 on the tune, it tells you specifically, don't let it sit for more than a month. I don't even think you can let MR12 sit for a week, or let alone a couple days. So, but it is warming up, so I can get out on my bike a lot more, so I don't have to worry about my bike sitting for a month anymore. I will say though, the pops are a lot crispier. It actually pops now when I pull in the clutch to shift. The chop on idle, when you first start up, the chop is crazy. Like, it was already crazy before, like just at random times, but now it chops like a motherfucker when you're at idle. And I like that. I like that a lot, because you don't really hear bikes chop too often unless they have, even with some racing cams don't even chop, but somehow Brentoon, they did what they did and got it to chop without even putting a racing cam in here. Which I wonder, if I did put a racing cam in here with that chop on the tune already, I wonder if it'll like chop even harder or even crazier. But that's just something I'd have to see later on in the future. And of course, I choose like the busiest time to come order tires and then try to go switch fuels right after. Because I'm looking at freaking the road, and there's a school over there, people pick up their kids, and it's packed. And then this road I'm about to get on, it's always packed. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. So yeah, I'm gonna cut back to when we get over to the fueling station. All right, so now we got all that freaking worked out. Now we can put E85 in there. All right, let's go, baby. That corn. Now I don't know how much this is gonna change my mileage and everything, like how many miles per gallon I get, but I do know that on 93, the last tank I got, it said I had 162 miles till E, I believe. So that tank lasted me a very long time, because I haven't been speeding since the court stuff and all that. But we will definitely see what it says when I turn the key. And I'm not gonna bore y'all to death with just me letting the bike warm up for 5 minutes straight. So I'm gonna let this fill up and then I'll cut back. So our initial startup, I know sometimes it might not register with the bike when you fill up until you start rolling. So the 25 miles till E, it's still there, but this is first startup with E85. So here, I'm gonna get my video started. E85 first startup. So now I have to put this down. So now I gotta let this bike warm up for about 5-ish minutes for the fuel to swap over. And yeah, I'm gonna cut back. So we're riding it. Oh, goody. So crazy how let me turn you down a little, yachty. Crazy how when I jumped on the bike, the fuel changed. Like I get 130 miles to the gallon. We're gonna see how true that is once you get riding, in which I'm assuming the maps have already swapped over. I will say, like, I don't know if it's just the E85 because it's like a more of an alcohol-based fuel, but like that fuel it was rather cold coming out of that pump, and I feel it between my legs. Like the tank is so cold right now. I've never had that experience with 93 or 87 or whatever, so maybe that's something worth noting. I don't fucking know. Like I said, we're not gonna be doing crazy felony speeds, but we're gonna see if there's any difference in like 0 to 60 maybe, and like just pull like a small pull or something like that. I do not notice a difference, but I will say I was going to say that my miles per gallon, or my miles to E, went down. That's normal. I'm in race pro mode 1, so that's to be normal. It just uses a lot more fuel, so not really much I can do about that. It idles fine. No, I don't notice it idling any different, any harder, any less. It's pretty consistent. So let's see. What's up with everybody slamming on brakes today? Goodness gracious. And then we have to move up some after y'all slammed on brakes. Man, really? Yeah, like I said, guys, I don't notice anything different right now, but really I can't say I notice anything different until I take it to the track, in which the track is down right now for another 4 months, I believe. But they're doing improvements out there. They're getting new pavement, or new, I guess you'd call it tarmac. I'm not sure what you would call that, but they're getting a new section put in. Well, that's really the only place I'm going to be able to notice gains from 0 to like 150 whenever. Ooh, that was a big pop. I will say the pops are more aggressive now. Like, they're just so violent. Like, I feel them coming out of the exhaust now. But really, I noticed that with the 93 still in there, even after the E85 tune. The pops are just more aggressive. They're more loud. Because before, the only mode it would pop in was race pro mode 1, but it would pop here and there in race and dynamic, but like dynamic popped more than race mode did. But this race pro mode 1 is crazy now. So this was the station I was going to go to get E85, but they don't have an E85 price on there, so it probably means they don't have any, or have any more E85 pumps. So I'm glad I didn't stop there, because trying to get out of here is crazy. Let's go. Yeah, I don't even see any handles over there. I just see diesel. So initial reaction, just off of that first little pull right there I did, which it wasn't much and it wasn't big at all. My fuel was already down to 125. Now, the only reason why I'm worried about is fuel is because more of like a race gas, it's gonna burn hotter, quicker, and you're gonna need more of it. You're already gonna need more of E85 by itself. So that's just gonna be something to consider when I go to the track, to actually bring a gas can with me. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to bring a gas can with me. like I said, this is stopping the traffic. I've only done one small pull. I'll say the downshifts are more aggressive. Like, it jerks my whole body now. I don't know if that's because I'm at a higher RPM, but I know before, even at the track, it was never that hard. So let's see. I mean, I'm just shifting without using the quick shifter now. Everything seems to be fine. I know one thing, I can't run this fuel when I'm going a long distance, so that's the only downside. If you're going to go long distance, it's probably best not to run this fuel. This is just me talking off the top of my head. With only doing like 15 minutes of riding, you might be able to stretch it out, because like I drive an hour away sometimes for car meets, and I wouldn't say this is the best fuel just yet, with doing your occasional speeding in between, some small pulls in between, like whatever you do. But I guess it just really goes off of knowing how you ride, in which I know how I ride. So that was a smooth upshift. That was another smooth one. Woo, baby! Let's see something real quick. Oh yeah, I already noticed, like, just from that small little pull, how like there's definitely some more power there. I didn't want to pin my throttle back, bring that front wheel up, and it obviously spin my tires, because my tires are a little bald. So I wanted to keep it as like somewhere in between. I had to check my ND filter to make sure it's not cracked or blown off, because these things are only tested up to like 130. So also, I don't want to rock to hit it, and I'm very grateful with this taller windscreen, because now like my GoPro does sit a little bit lower, so hopefully a rock's not going to hit it like it did the last time. I didn't have this windscreen on when I got hit last time, and it broke my ND filter, which I don't even know if I'm gonna buy any more, because that was the ND32, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use the 16. So the 16 is going to be more than enough. But yeah, this thing is it's a new machine. Oh yeah, it definitely pulls you back into that seat for sure. But like I said, there's not really going to be much that I can do on the street without getting caught until I take it to the track and really see how she opens up. Because like I really just need like room to where I can just have something that's open and I can just have my way with the road, you know. But also, so I do plan on taking this bike to the dyno, and obviously I'm probably gonna load it up on my truck and take it there, so that way we'll have some fresh passes of it, like cold starting, like fresh passes like that while it's still kind of cold. Obviously we're gonna let it warm up to 15K, but you know, it'll be cold. I also want to do some passes when it's hot while it's on E85. That way we can get some true dyno numbers, because I don't think Brentune has any true dyno numbers with the E85 tune stage 2, and I don't have the IAT relocation kit, and I don't have velocity stacks, but I do have a gold airbox, so that's something. But I think when I get those velocity stacks compared with this gold airbox, I think it's going to be a killer. I think it's going to be a game changer. But we'll just have to see, honestly. good pull. I like that. Like I said, I do notice a small difference in like that fuel making the bike react a lot different, but like I said, I can't really tell until I get to the track and just zero, like a roll race type of thing. But I have heard good things about the velocity stacks. You pair the velocity stacks with MR12 or E85 and IAT relocation kit, stuff like that, I've heard it's freaking phenomenal. So even with doing, how many pulls have we done now? 3? Like 2 or 3? Our fuel went from 131, because the last thing I filled up at, it was at 160 something. So now my fuel went to 131 off rip. And then also we did like 2 or 3 pulls and I'm at 118. I don't know what the math is on that, but you get my gist of what I'm saying. So you're going to do 2 or 3 pulls and test and tune, maybe 4 if you're allowed, or if you have time for it. That's what, maybe like almost a quarter of a tank gone. And let's say you're out there racing all day long for an event or something, and like, needless to say, like without having to say all that, you're going to need a gas can with you just to be safe, because if not, you're going to be up shit creek, let me tell you. So like I said, from the track, I want to say, well, the closest E85 station from the track, if I had to guess, it's like 15 to 20 minutes away. That's without traffic. So let's just say 20 minutes. You're 40 minutes there and back. And they could have ran a whole class and you weren't there and had to forfeit your spot or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's just those things that I have to consider, because like I said, I go to the track quite often, roll racing and stuff like that. But yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't boring. If you found it informative, let me know. Like I said, I don't really know a whole lot about these things. I just watch a couple videos before I come out and make these videos, and I mean, I've been watching the videos about the E85 for a minute now, just to make sure it's safe for me to put it in my bike without having to upgrade injectors, fuel lines, fuel pumps, stuff like that. But I can say so far it is safe for you to put it in your bike. I've seen numerous videos on it, nothing upgraded, stock internals, stock injectors, fuel lines, fuel pumps, everything. So there's no need to change anything. Oh baby, I know y'all hear that. Alright, if you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor, hit the like, comment, subscribe, and share buttons. Hey, follow me on TikTok, it's Hollywood V2. Follow me on Instagram, it's Hollywood 24/7. And wear your gear, ride safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.